Hello Ken and Angela, and we're in Grays today celebrating St George's Day, but I believe there's something else you'd like to tell people about, and that's the injustice that was done to your son Ryan Daly. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
What actually happened to Ryan? Can you just tell us a bit of a background story on, and also what Ryan was like as a person?
Well, mainly Angela's going to tell the story because she's been delving into it more than I have, so I'll leave it to Angela to tell the story.
Ryan that night was out celebrating his 19th birthday. He'd finished down at the boat, cutting through to Chafford 100. He was 60 seconds away from home and he was shouting out, "Hey, it's my birthday," like all teenage boys do. He was under the influence of alcohol, and there was 4 people on a site in Chafford 100 that were doing a thieving spree up there. Obviously Ryan interrupted what they were getting up to, went over to Ryan and told him to shut his mouth. Ryan said, "Oh, it's my birthday." Next thing, the 4 with intent to kill picked up weapons and beat Ryan to death.
Okay, it must have. I mean, when did you first hear about Ryan? Was he taken to the hospital, or did you get a phone call from Ryan? Or
we received a phone call from his brother Kevin, who was at the scene, and he said, "Mum, I think Ryan's dead." And Ken took that call. I was laying down on the settee asleep, and Kevin said to his dad, "Don't tell Mum." And he said, "I've got to wake Mum up and tell her." And the next thing, we were getting dressed, rushing ourselves to the hospital. When we arrived at the hospital, Ryan was in such a state, it was unbelievable. We didn't recognise Ryan Daly, a perfect boy with a perfect face. Not saying he was an angel, but he wasn't no devil. And he didn't deserve what he got, and the injustice he got from the courts, Labour government, and also from the hospital. He was let down by all 3 people that we turned to, and also the police. So that is 4 governments that we run to when we're in trouble, and Ryan Daly was let down big time.
I understand the people that committed Ryan's murder were actually had convictions previously.
They had 64 convictions previously. They've now took that up to 78. Ian Sellers, he was released after 14 months on the 4th of January. 7 weeks to the day, he re-offended. He is now back inside waiting further sentencing. His brother, who was involved in Ryan's murder, James Sellers, took 6 counts of guilt, and he is now back in prison doing 6 years, and he only got 18 days for Ryan's murder.
I mean, how does it make you feel that you've got all over the news stories about members of the ethnic minorities that are murdered, whether it's a white person murdering them or a member of their own minority murdering them? They seem to be getting all the publicity. I understand all Ryan got was a small piece in the local newspaper. I mean, how does that make you feel?
Absolutely appalled.
Disgusted, absolutely disgusted. You know, we under this government, this so-called Labour equal democratic government, everyone's supposed to be equal in this country, but it's not true. Everyone ain't equal in this country. The ordinary working man ain't equal in this country. This really upsets me, you know, when I hear about all this equality amongst all the minorities and the majority. They want to come and live down here in Grays to see who gets what. The ordinary working man, sorry Emma, the ordinary working man don't get what he should be getting. It should be British people first, not foreigners, not immigrants, but British people. People that have worked, paid taxes, done everything, bring their children up. They should be put first, not immigrants. If immigrants want to come to this country to live, they should be able to afford to come to this country. They should be able to speak our language. And that's all I want to say, because it just upsets me.
Yeah, I can understand it's hard for you, for both of you. I mean, I also understand that after Ryan's murder, you had a collection in the community and raised the funds for a memorial that was built. I believe also that the council originally were going to flower the memorial.
That's what they promised. Every year that they flower the memorial. And I think it's now that we've become members of the BNP, that we've joined the party, that all of a sudden Ryan's memorial ain't getting flowered. We phoned up the council and spoke to one of the council people on there, and they said that the council have run out of funds. But I've noticed everywhere's been flowered bar Ryan's Memorial, so that makes me a bit suspicious that, again, there's no equality in Thurrock.
Yeah, I mean, also, I don't know if you know, they actually gave £750,000 to Trust, which is Thurrock Racial Unity Support Task Force or something. But obviously they haven't got £100 to put flowers in Ryan's Memorial. Just one last question. I've also heard that Ryan wasn't entitled to any compensation at all, not even the minimum amount. Did they give you an explanation to this?
Apparently, Ian Sellers was charged with manslaughter, so Ryan should have been entitled to it. But according to law, he swore at...
Well, according to the compensation board, because he was noisy and making a row, that he deserved what he got, and we don't deserve any compensation. That's basically what they said.
He shouldn't have swore.
He shouldn't have been loud and just let them people get on with what they were doing, which was thieving.
So they're out on a thieving spree, and if you make a little bit of noise on your 19th birthday, you deserve to be murdered.
Exactly. That's basically what the compensation board said to us. We got a letter, so it ain't a load of rubbish. We've got it in black and white, and it has been published, so everyone can read for themselves and make their own.
We'll get a copy of the letter put on the website, so anyone that's listening to this can read it for themselves.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for your time.
You're
and
welcome.
I understand it's difficult, but we're going to keep fighting for justice for Ryan.
Remember, vote BNP. The only true party.
Exactly, and also as many people as possible have got to tell the story of Ryan to friends and family to get his story out there. And we're going to be doing petitions as well to try and get laws changed so that people that are charged with manslaughter can't get away with murder just by being charged with manslaughter, because it's
by showing remorse.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, if you kill someone, they're dead, whether it's a supposed accident or not. So thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Remember, me and Angela stand as BNP candidates, so we want your votes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.